everyone on my YouTube channel. In life, many times we are not as motivated as we used to be, and it's just a phase of life. And sometimes I have realized that when we restrain all the emotion inside of us, that causes the anxiety in it. Means when we are not able to release the emotion in ourselves, just because we just try to push it, to throw it away somewhere inside of us, and it cannot be. And when we try to do such type of things, when we try to repress that, it kind of a trauma. And it happens with everyone that not every day we feel the same way. Sometimes we just overwhelmed by the idea of having uncertainty. Means like when we don't know what's gonna happen, how the things will going in my life, and so on. So many uncertainty that makes us feel to doubt on everything, on our own self as well. Sometimes we doubt on our skills, and sometimes we doubt too much to the extent that it makes us feel so agitated and sad about everything. We couldn't find out the reason why we are feeling or having low moods all the time, just because we are not having that motivation. And people often say that if someone is very motivating, they all have the tendency to be motivated all the time, but it's not true. We all go through some roller coasters road sometimes, and it's really hard to survive such things. Means when we are not feeling good, when we are not feeling good in such a way that we just try to skip everything. And that's kind of a very true reality in our life. When we try to skip everything, means not even thinking about anything that will gonna improve our situation, rather. So what I have found means over is that when we feel the emotion to the level so that it can release ourselves, that is better to restrain it. Means when we try to suppress it, it will going to be the worst. But feel it, release it, and just go on the path of your explore. Just go on the path to explore yourself more and more, because we cannot explore ourselves enough to stop. And this is a long process journey and never ending journey, because in life the version of ourselves means we have to update our version every time, just to survive into the world that's changing every second. And that is kind of a very important thing in our life to understood. The fact is that we have to do something for our own self. If we don't pull ourselves, no one ever gonna give you a stretched hand for that except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah heals, Allah is Al-Jabbar, and Allah is enough for us. And sometimes we are so much sad, or having not on that energy level, so that we can understand that everything will happen with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's okay to not feel okay. And it's like, yes, we can disagree on so many situations, and it's okay to disagree. So many times sensitive people have to do a lot of suffering just because they are not fit into the world where they are being triggered by the emotion of another person, like emotion contagions, sensitivity, and most of the time absorbing the feeling of another person. And some people's narcissism, who are going to steal the energy of a good person. So many issues are going there, because being an introvert isn't easy at all. So this is my view on that. Sometimes we all went through some bad days and good days. It's just a part of life, because rainy days signifies that something good is going to happen. And I must quote it over here: there is always flowers who want to see them.